Hello, beautiful seekers and YouTube family. I'm sure you'll remember Scarlett. She's doing her thing. We're going to do ours. I have cleansed and meditated on the cards. One way that I was telling some friends and some students to cleanse things is to have a tuning fork or ring some bells. Yes, we like to clear the chakras of the pets and the cards. My table is actually bluestone, which is the same stone as Stonehenge. So that was a huge, interesting, fun thing to recognize when I first realized when I was getting into stones and crystals that, hey, I had this bluestone table, which is why I like to do my readings on here. So we're looking at the Virgo full moon on February 19th at around 9:50 a.m. Central Time, so adjust your time accordingly. And also, if you would like to get the new postings, just a notification for when I post things, you can just hit that subscribe button with the little bell. You have to hit the subscribe and then the little bell, so it'll let you know when there are new postings, and I'm hoping to start doing some other things as well. We have this Pisces Virgo axis because the sun will be in Pisces that day. It goes into Pisces right off the bat. And then we also have that full moon, and that's like the manifestation of what's going on in our subconscious mind. So the new moon, we plant seeds. And then on the full moon, we see manifestation, and you can, I was just thinking of lunatic came to mind, but this is what's happening with those kinds of phrases around like hospitals and peering into the subconscious. So this is why a lot of people, kind of have a little bit of a lunatic moment or something like that, because the moon is full and we're shining a light on the subconscious, and sometimes we don't even know what to do with that kind of energy because we didn't realize that vibration was happening within us. So the right side of the brain governs the subconscious mind and the left side of the body. And the right side of the body is governed by the left side of the brain, and that's the conscious mind over there. So the subconscious comes down and gives to the conscious mind, and then we project that outwards, and hello, this is our reality. So we're looking to meet somewhere in the middle, always with some polarities where, oh, interesting. So this guy just wanted to come out. This is the Two of Pentacles, balancing, making a decision about something. With twos, there's a choice. So that's interesting because I was just talking about duality when it comes to the subconscious and conscious mind. With the sun in Pisces, we're really illuminating the conscious mind into this beautiful, I always think of Pisces as the ocean, and Neptune, it's also represented by the 12th house in the natal chart. And this is kind of where we come back into our oneness. We come back into that creation with source. And we become the ocean again. When we come back through Aries, we become our own single individuated wave. And then by the end of the natal chart, the houses 1 through 12, we go through our individuated journey and come back, and then we go back into that oneness. So we're going back into that oneness with the sun. Now the full moon is, and this is another Pentacles card, so the 9 of Pentacles, really amazing card, manifestation. And this is great because actually this goes really well with what we've got going on with the full moon. Full moon is the female energy, so it's in Virgo, which is analysis. I'm hoping that you guys can see this. I don't have a lens that adjusts, so I really need to look into getting something that focuses when it's on the camera auto mode, but not the movie mode. So I'm gonna have to figure out something to do with that. So Nine of Pentacles with the full moon in Virgo, this is abundance. This is feeling good. This is also Venus in Capricorn, which we've had for, at this point, it's coming up to 18 degrees. So just a little over halfway through, I don't know if it's this month, but it went in a few days ago. So it's been there for the last couple weeks. And Venus in Capricorn is very like, I want to, good quality things. I have my Venus natally in Capricorn conjunct at 13 degrees Jupiter. So I'm ready to have my Venus return. But that is all about, and I know this intimately, it's all about quality. It's like, I'm going to save my $20 and not get those cheap plastic sunglasses and go and wait until I can afford and put that $20 towards something that, you know, is good quality. And this is also, I'm feeling that this is also kind of that Uranian energy going into Taurus. It will go into Taurus for the next, like, I think it's like 82 years or something like that. It won't come back into, actually, I guess it'll be 77 years until it gets back into Aries. So think about like 77 years ago, what was going on. We had like, we had some issues with financial systems and things like that. So we're going to have a, renaissance in the way that we use our money. And Pentacles is also, I'm also seeing like Taurus energy, which is what Uranus is going into. It's been in Aries the past several years, and we really have had a really rough go of trying to get things to stick, you know, like we've initiated ourselves into all these different fields, but it's like, what's the one that's going to stick? We really want to make these pentacles. And so making a decision to make the pentacles. And once that energy happens, this is kind of this wrapping up this last little bit of March, or sorry, February, already into March. But it happens on March 5th. So we really want to wrap up all those loose ends that we've had for the past several years. And whatever is still on those burners as we go forward, those are going to be the things that we really get the ball rolling. So let's see. And this will be the last new moon in Virgo. I'm sorry, not new moon, full moon in Virgo. With Uranus there for the next 77 years. So Mars has just come over top of that, and Mars has also hit Taurus by now, and this is also going to, we have the King of Cups. This is also going to be that same energy of whatever you're doing and feeling that wrapping up energy of what's been started back in like 2010. I guess Uranus went into Aries. So finding that thing that you want to do for the next few years while Uranus is in Taurus, and Mars will already be activating that energy. We're at the last degrees of Uranus in Aries right now, and we also have the last degrees of Chiron has already gone into Aries. So we're healing wounds, and this happened, this is kind of like civil rights era stuff. So we're thinking about activism and how we can heal around different parts of our activism. The warrior, how has that warrior been wounded? Chiron is the wounded healer. And Aries represents that warrior energy. So, and we're all warriors. So where have you been hurt, and where is that justice that you seek in terms of exerting yourself and standing up for things. We're going to be having a lot of that healing energy. We have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And the King of Cups, that is hugely like Pisces energy. The Pentacles can represent earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The King of Cups can represent water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Ace of Wands is that energy of fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So we're missing some air here, and that's okay. We've got inspiration. We don't have anything in air right now, except for Juno. But yeah, we don't have anything going on really in air, and Juno's a centaur. So this energy is making a decision, and also having it be fruitful, but also mastering your emotions. There's so much power in our emotions, and when we can channel that properly and see it for what it is, see it in its proper perspective, then we harness that Ace of Wands energy. As I said in my last tarot reading, the aces are actually above the court cards in traditional Kabbalah. So let's just take a peek to see what's under this. Oh, the Fool, Major Arcana. I hope you can see this, because in my last one, they were all fuzzy. I think I said that. But the Fool, we are starting a new journey. 7 of Pentacles. So all total truth here. I already did a video, but my memory card got full and the camera didn't let me know. So this one is a repeat. And you've been seeing me shuffle the cards, and this one. So moving away from anything that's not serving you. So those two wanted to show back up. And Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands underneath that. We could go on forever. But this I really see as starting a new cycle. Like when March 5th hits, and we have this energy, we're really starting this new cycle. Put into place, start narrowing the field as to what you really want to stick to, and know that that's going to require some effort. We are like the Fool going into this, but we are planting the seeds, and that's a playful energy. So that's really, really awesome, and I'm happy to see that. But definitely planting the seeds. I'm just going to move these guys all the way up here. And let us get some animal spirit cards. I love these cards. But we'll see. We'll see if we get the tarantula, fire sign, and the lamb, earth sign, at the bottom of the deck. So this is interesting. Let me just tap into the meanings. So when I look at the tarantula, I see that there's a lot of different tasks going on. We have a lot of different legs. And we got our stingers out. So we can move fast. And we're trying to kind of make these last minute decisions. And this lamb, which is like super sweet, this card. That reminds me of Taurus because it's like spring and all the baby lambs. So just feeling this energy of this movement and focusing on the things that you really want to focus on. Allowing that energy through the springtime, because this is just it's very coming to me like this kind of Aries card, fire card, and this lamb card is like just green, earth, springtime. So let's just see what the actual meanings of them are. So, tarantula. At a crossroads, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream, yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find your true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers patient and calm like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. When in balance, follow your intuition. When out of balance, hesitates over intellectualizations. To bring into balance, daily journaling. Oh my gosh, and this is what I was talking about in the previous video, just like coming into that daily routine. Taurus is going to be a lot about routine. It doesn't like to go fast. It likes to slow down. It likes to take the information in, and it likes routine. So also with Capricorn, Venus and Capricorn coming up towards that Pluto, which is Venus will be at 18 degrees Capricorn and Pluto will be at 22 degrees Capricorn. So Pluto is that energy of transformation, and so transforming the way you take care of yourself, beauty, love. You could have a different something that is really good quality that comes along. Maybe something that's coming to mind is just going to Egypt and seeing the pyramids, and like not necessarily having, it's not that we all don't want to go see the pyramids, it's just that you get the opportunity to go and you like really dive into it and you're like, wow, I can't believe how much I'm appreciating this and recognizing this as something that's a part of my soul. So something like that coming into your purview. And then let's see what's going on with this lamb. Yes. Okay, so lamb is peaceful, prophetic, patient. The lamb is the bearer of an important message. Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. Lamb energy is the honest guide you hear from an old friend, guidance you hear from an old friend, a child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Though the lamb's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates with you. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, receive. When in balance, knowingness, inner peace. When out of balance, quiet, timid, concerned. To bring into balance, meditation and listening. So both of these things really have to do with what I was talking about in the previous one, coming into a routine, and also for me personally, just like getting it back into silent meditation and conversing with the universe through the vibration as opposed to speaking. Being quiet, not having all these sounds going on all the time. Some people like to have like television and radio and music and podcasts going on in the background, and it just drives me nuts. Like sometimes to a certain extent, I will like to fall asleep to something like The Office or something that I've seen before because it's comforting from childhood. But just being quiet right now just being, there's so much going on and shifting in vibration that sometimes to just be quiet is like the most important thing. I want to pull one of these vice versa deck cards. I really like this deck, but they're on both sides, the cards. So I'm just going to look at you and talk as I shuffle these. Or maybe even close my eyes. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, coming into our routine, kind of finalizing that and doing things that are good for you. Venus in Capricorn is really calling. All right, these guys aren't falling out, but they kind of got messed up. But it's calling you to take care of your health. Go back to those old faithful ways. I've been posting on my Instagram, and if you don't know or don't follow that, it's at Yogi Berry, YOGIBARRIE. And you can follow, I do a Tuesday tarot on there and do lots of fun things for posting little astrological things before my classes and workshops. So, and if you're in Memphis, come on to one of my classes. And yeah, just let's see if we can get just a clarifier card. Oh, there we go. Fell down. Oh, this is interesting. So the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is a soulmate card. And see, we have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom, the back of the Page of Pentacles at the bottom. So we get a little bit more information from these cards. The Two of Cups, not that one. Generally in tarot, also a choice. So we have the Two of Pentacles here, making a decision. And then the Two of Cups is that emotional decision, but it's like choosing to be with someone or coming back to yourself and choosing yourself, if that makes any sense. We're all complete as a whole by ourselves, but when we do find that completeness within ourselves, then we can project that outwardly, and a person that is like-minded, in balance, will manifest, you know, because you're no longer working out those vibrations within yourself. You're balanced enough to work them out externally with another person. And I mean, that's why that's the soulmate card. That's why it's not like a karmic relationship card. So, and there's a difference, which we'll talk about. I guess we could talk about it a little bit here. Karmic relationships are teaching you something. They're teaching you what is acceptable within your own vibration, and when you find that satisfaction and happiness and you have those standards for yourself within yourself, then you're a complete person, and you can manifest outwardly and you come into balance with someone else. And that's what you're projecting. You're no longer having to challenge yourself so much internally with compromising that you don't particularly need that energy anymore. So you're good by yourself, and then someone comes along, and that's why they say whenever you stop looking, that's like when that person shows up. So this side, two people stand together, blessed by Venus. They are so alike, they could be two halves of the same person. Their simple white garments speak of purity and honesty. There is no artfulness between these two, only the truth of love. They mirror each other's attitude and gesture, and the chalices they hold are identical. Only the entwined snakes differ. A silver lunar serpent rises from the woman's cup, and a golden solar serpent from the man's. When you get this side in a reading, while the Ace of Chalices warned against illusions of love under Knight's canopy, this card reassures you that you are seeing clearly when it comes to love. The two people have recognized their twin souls, and it is as if they have known each other forever. You can trust your feelings and your heart's calling. The signs are good for an equal and honest relationship. So that's really beautiful for anyone that's entering this new cycle with another person. But if you're not, then this has to do with speaking to what's going on in yourself, and then you being able to have that choice fully within yourself to be with a person that, or be within yourself first, and then maybe potentially manifesting someone that can counteract or balance that out. And when we have the back of the Page of Pentacles at the bottom, and another pentacle, I see this guy as going into the mountains. He's got an empty cornucopia at the bottom there. Don't know if you can see that, but it's just right at his feet, and he's got this orb going with this rose on his cape. And I just see this as kind of like the Fool card, in like going off into unknown territory and filling that cornucopia up. This is a new cycle. Let me find the actual... There we go. So, the inner self on this side. The knave looks towards the sunset, which gleams upon the jagged mountains before him. Clouds are gathering, but the scene is still beautiful. The knave's cloak bears a large rose emblem on the back. An empty golden cornucopia lies among the flowers at his feet. This is a person who wants to follow his bliss. He has turned his back on the cornucopia rather than filling it. He doesn't want to settle down and build a fortune. He wants to set forth and seek his fortune, whatever the risk. So I almost think about seeing this cornucopia as something that you want to go out and fill. It's like kind of getting rid of all of that noise that we were talking about with like coming into meditation and stuff like that. And starting from this blank slate. All right, let's get some Rumi. I'm really feeling this Rumi deck. So when I filmed this before, hopefully this time it goes, because the memory card didn't make the same noise as the battery dying. So I did about 30 minutes, and then I got up, and then I realized only about 3 minutes were recorded. So now I've had that experience. I knew it was going to happen at some point. Didn't think it would happen this early on, but that's okay. We're sticking to it. Hopefully this sticks. I'm hoping that this is something that sticks for me, because I really enjoy this as a way to help me learn and help. So anyway, my memory card got filled up and did the same thing, only it wasn't as like dire as before. It's only like 28 minutes in. So, but we already had got this card, the Merciful Mother Jamal. I really am hoping that this is something that sticks for me. I really enjoy doing it because I feel like it helps me learn, and it helps you guys kind of see where I'm at my space, and maybe that resonates with you. This is all about resonating with different spiritual communities and, finding your tribe and, wanting, this isn't going to resonate for everyone. Time is an illusion and energy is fluid. So it's kind of like this might resonate for you. a little while back, or maybe a little bit like more forward, but everything, like we were just talking about, kind of comes down through that central channel, and I'm not even quite sure exactly what I'm repeating or what I haven't said again, so bear with me. This is Merciful Mother Jamal. O sudden resurrection, O countless blessings, O blazing fire in the jungle of thoughts. Today you arrive with laughter to break open the jail. Rumi. You blazing angel capable of so much, you evoke the testing hand of life. Why not when you cannot fail? Yet your sweet surrender, how can the great... Yet in your sweet surrender, how can the great beloved not respond in kind and offer you solace, comfort, and mercy? For not all success must be hard won. Can you imagine this? The sweet face of the all-powerful, it shines upon you as the love emanating from the Holy Mother's eyes, the golden radiance of her body, and the gentleness of her touch. This is your birthright now, your divine inheritance, the mercy of the all-merciful. Let it soften the hard edges of your life and your being and bring to you the grace that is deserved. That's just beautiful, and that has a lot to do with that resonating energy that's subconscious to us. What is hidden down in those depths, that's what the full moon is all about, bringing those up into our conscious mind and shining a light on what's going on there. So this will be the third time, but I don't want you guys to be like, oh, you know, but the other card that came out will be interesting. Okay, so we got two on this one, but there was one card that came out twice through both readings, so, but that wasn't caught with me shuffling them, so. All right, here we go. I am a vibrational being in a vibrational universe. You live in a pulsating, vibrating universe of advanced harmonics. Everything that exists in your air, in your dirt, in your water, and in your bodies is vibration in motion, and all of it is managed by the powerful law of attraction. There is nothing that exists outside of this vibrational nature, and as you learn to accept your vibrational nature and begin to consciously utilize your emotional vibration indicators, you will gain conscious control of your personal creations and of the outcomes of your life experience. So that's exactly what we were just talking about when it comes to, you know, this will resonate with some people, it won't resonate with others, and that's totally fine. This is kind of, this is fun. This is something that I'm doing for fun, and you know, if you want a specific reading that's tailored to your specific chart, then you can totally contact me. I'll put my information below. One of the things that I was talking about just before this last time it cut off, it's been a very challenging day when it comes to this technology here, but you know, it's a good learning experience. So I was talking about, I watched this thing last night, which I'll put down in the comments below too, about the Dalai Lama talking about, it was what was it? It was the quantum physicist talking to the Dalai Lama about reality and experience and the layers of that. And coming into our own vibration and like what is considered consciousness and how does that vibrate together according to Buddhist theory. So my every story is attracting its vibrational match. Every thought that you think is vibrating at a very personal frequency and by the powerful law of attraction. The essence of that which is like unto itself is drawn. That thought is now attracting another thought. That is its vibrational match. And now those combined thoughts are vibrating at a frequency that is higher than the thought that came before. And they will now, by the law of attraction, attract another and another and another until eventually the thoughts will be powerful enough to attract a real life situation or manifestation. And that's what I was talking about when it comes into talking about, I don't know if it made it onto this. I was talking about divine feminine and masculine, and how those work together in like the caduceus, like the Sushumna channel comes down through from the crown to, or the root to the crown, crown to the root, whichever way you want to go. And then there's Ida, which is the divine feminine, and Pingala, which is the divine masculine, and they cross channels, and that is that energy that we were talking about. Hopefully you can see it. Anyway. So Sushumna channel is that vibration, and then we have the duality that comes around it and weaves it back and forth. It's the caduceus. It's the sign for the medical staff in medicine. So, you know, we have these symbols in our society today, but we don't recognize them as that. So that's a really important thing, to kind of just start looking around and seeing like all the symbols that are around us. So anyway, it's been a very trying time trying to get this Virgo, making it perfect, full moon out. So I'm going to leave it there, but I hope you have a wonderful full moon and that you're feeling all the blessings and energy coming through for this particular time. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that already, and if you hit the bell, it'll give you a little notification when I post anything new. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day.